Okay, so yeah, I feel like I'm binging on making videos this weekend, and oh well, uh, first time doing videos in a hell of a long time, and so here's Anki. I've was talking about Anki earlier, and I'm definitely using this in addition to the gold list method. The gold list method is very interesting, and I have to try it, so I am doing it. But this has been my go-to for years now, and I trust it. I don't love it per se, but I know it works. It's the one thing that really kind of keeps me on track is having Anki saying, study this now, and me doing it is the only, it's just, it keeps the forward progress. So I made a modification though. I'm not afraid to experiment. And it says graduating interval 14 days. So that's very similar to the gold list method. The idea being that I shouldn't, per his, for Uncle Davy's ideology, I shouldn't be testing stuff until I'm testing long-term memory. If I'm testing short-term memory, I'm wasting my time. And um, per what he says, it doesn't seem like all that much of a waste of time. Anyway, it makes sense though what he says. I've studied languages a long time. And a lot of what gets into your long-term memory seems is so it's so unpredictable. You have so little control over it, and it seems to just kind of it's kind of a surprise when you find something in your long-term memory. You like hear someone say something like, "Oh, I know that. Wow." Yeah. Or you spit something out and you didn't realize you know you studied that word, but you didn't know that you were able to say it in conversation. That happens too sometimes. So usually it's the other way around. Usually, at least for me, it was the frustrating. What the hell is going on around me? Look this up. This word. Oh, I studied this word before. Why didn't it make sense? Yeah. Okay. So anyway, so 14 days graduating interval lapses will also be 14 days. I don't know if you've ever looked at Anki and these other things. The steps means is another thing that I definitely have a lot of is important. The default is 110, which means that when you see a new card, if you fail it, it will show it again. You can actually do in the computer version, although they're kind of taking this away. You could do decimal fractions, so I could make it re-show it. Well, here it says 1 minute. You could also make it re-show as say like 0.2, so like I don't know, like 20 seconds or 10 seconds. You kind of have that control. You used to. There are different versions that are taking that away. Apparently, that wasn't so popular. I was doing that for a while because studying so much, I guess I got so tired, and 1 minute was too long. I was forgetting it. I was like, I needed that point and it to show up again in tense. Yeah. Anyway, uh, lately it's been a while since I've been that burned out, and I don't. If I am that burned out, I think I will just put the phone down and do something else. Come back in a while, or possibly the next day. 1 minute is probably perfectly reasonable. Anyway, but the default is 10 minutes. So this happens if you're cramming stuff into your short-term memory or whatever, just trying to remember it. You'll get it right at 1 minute, but then you'll keep studying it, and 10 minutes later, after you've gone through tons of other vocabulary, you get it wrong. Now, I'm going to remove that because that's frustrating. Maybe it's still my long-term memory. I'm just frazzled. I don't know. But I'm going to eliminate that, so this is closer. But according to the gold list method, in theory, you probably just look at it once. I mean, maybe twice, but you don't test yourself, really. Um, the steps, I guess you could eliminate the steps. You're supposed to just review it, look at it. But I'm going to keep definitely the one. So I'll have to get it right at least once. 1 minute's pretty quick. It's not too challenging and won't hurt me. And I know my blog is, let's see, I have, well, before last weekend, I had just 2 decks. I had Core 2K, 6K, 10K further optimized. This is Japanese. I had the Japanese, and this is the deck I used for 7 years, almost, maybe 6 years. I didn't have it right when I was a beginner. I hadn't found it yet, but anyway, long time. Used it on and off. Now I'm focusing on the 6 to 10K. This is the more difficult, obviously the upper more difficult vocabulary. The course 6K, I can't say I know 100%, but 99% seems very reasonable. I know a ton of those, and there's no need to look at them. I may not have them all on the tip of my tongue, but they're all there anyway. But this is still very useful for me to study, and I'm going to go ahead and review it now.
入場者が10万人を突破しました。
Yeah, that's the core deck. This is an awesome deck. I wish I couldn't find something like this in Korean, but Rosetta Stone is the closest thing, I think. Anyway, I mean, I suppose I can use other study materials to make it, but this is so awesome.
入場者が10万人を突破しました。入場者が10万人を突破しました。
入場者が10万人に突破しました。Sure, 入場者, I guess people like went in, like people that entered over 10,000 people.
入場者が10万人を突破しました。
I haven't seen this. Toppa is a very easy word for me. I know that very well, but Nyujosha. I mean, I know the kanji, but anyway, I understood it. I guess I saw it roughly 5 months ago. Anyway, now I'm going to say good, go up to a year.
やっとオフィスの清掃が
Anyway, that's Japanese. I'm going to get out of that because obviously no one, people here are not studying Japanese. If you do, I recommend this deck so much. It's so good. There's literally 10,000 sentences with native audio. I guess some of the words repeat a little bit, so it's not quite 10,000 words, but so good. Anyway, Korean vocabulary by Evita, also on the Anki shared deck list, looks really good. Doesn't have example sentences, but otherwise has a lot of, has some native audio, some of the Hanja. Looks good. Let's say I'll do.
공원.
Yeah, that one had native audio. Kongwon. Park? I don't know this.
풀.
Wait, why is it giving me? Yeah, 14 days right away. I was doing 10 minutes before because I just deleted that 10-minute option, so that's weird. Pool. What is pool? Picking grass. Or firelight. Make myself. Twetchy. Familiar pig. No audio. See, I could add the computer audio, but that's a pain in the butt. I don't want to. And also because she already added the native audio to some of the words, for some reason, at least as far as I can tell, adding the computer audio, I gotta go and do each one manually. Computer can't say, oh, there's already a sound file here. I don't need to add another sound file. Computer's not that smart. So, yeah.
덥다.
See, doing this when you're a little tired, I'm always a little tired. 덥다. Is it hot? To help. So it's familiar.
무섭다.
무섭다. Don't remember it. 무섭다. Scary, frightening.
침대
침대. Bed.
풀.
I know 침대 like too well. It shouldn't be on the list, but anyway, 14 days it'll come up again, and then I'll just push it out. Pool. Pool of firelight. I already forgot it. Oh well. 남기다. To leave behind, say 남기다.
약속.
약속. It's the same as the Japanese. Promise, appointment. Yeah. Twitchy. Pig.
못하다.
못하다. Anyway, I'll get out of this because I just want to show you this is the more interesting deck that you cannot download. You have to make it yourself because I'm not going to upload it. I'm afraid Rosetta will come after me. Anyway,
의자는 문 가까이에 있어요.
So that's how I have it. Just like my, as you'll notice, just like my Japanese language deck. I'm very happy with that. And I mean, I've varied it up so that sometimes I can see the sentence. Sometimes I've had just the vocabulary word, but anyway.
의자는 문 가까이에 있어요.
의자는 눈 가까이에 있어요. Press R to replay it. It doesn't have a button, but the phone version does if you have the mobile version.
의자는 문 가까이에 있어요.
의자는 문 가까이에 있어요. The chair is near to the door.
의자는 문 가까이에 있어요.
Yeah, see, I don't have English on here anywhere. I did add English to, because I was thinking of testing it so that I would see the English and I have to remember the Korean. But and I did that, and I think it's okay for like a, to test yourself once in a while. But in terms of doing something day after day. Although this, I guess now I'm spacing out 14 days. I'm not doing it every day like I was. Maybe if in 14 days I could do it. I don't know. Uncle Davey, is that his idea, or was it just supposed to be passive? I don't know. Yeah. So complicated. How do we make the best flashcards to learn the language the best, fastest, learn to speak Korean, get a Korean girlfriend as soon as possible? Anyway, 의자는 문과 가까이에 있어요. And by seeing the picture and looking at this, I don't need the English. If I did need the English, of course, I could research it, get help, add it to the deck, and I could put it somewhere in here and make it. I prefer not to have it pop up automatically, just to keep the full immersion effect going. But I mean, I could add it. I haven't felt the need to yet, though. Yeah.
왜 손을 씻으세요?
왜 손을 씻으세요?
왜 손을 씻으세요?
왜 손을 씻으세요? That's hand, and hand's not clicking well for me. When I hear it, it doesn't really seem to click.
왜 손을 씻으세요?
왜 손을 씻으세요? Why 손을 씻으세요? Why are you washing your hands? It's the little kid like asking his mom, "Mommy, why are you washing my hands?" Right
왜
now.
손을 씻으세요?
One of two little kids. That's that one. The other one's a little cuter. He's a little bit older, but 왜 손을 씻어요?
진아 씨, 제 코트가 어디에 있어요?
진아 씨, 제 코트가 어디 있어요?
진아 씨, 제 코트가 어디에 있어요?
진아 씨 is the name. 코트가 어디에 있어요? Where's your coat?
진아 씨,
Where's my coat?
제 코트가 어디에 있어요?
Where's my coat? I don't know where my coat is. You need to tell me.
남자는 호주 사람이에요.
남자는
그리고
호주 사람이-
영어를 해요.
여자는 호주 사람이에요. He's Australian, or the person is Australian. Could he go? I keep hearing could he go, and it's like I have to catch my reflex. Somehow my instinct is to say, however. No, it's and. It's and. And then my brain has to kind of, because the reflex of however, gut feeling that I get, I have to stifle that and be like, and. That's the damn thing about languages. I mean, it will, obviously. And it's a core word. It's something that gets used a lot. If I study Korean for a certain amount of time, that will totally fix itself. But yeah, it's kind of like your initial reaction to a word. Sometimes it's so wrong, and you have to unlearn it. And what I hate is, there's many things I hate about it, but when you have a teacher or someone teaching, working with you, their goal is to help you and they're correct you, and you'll make the mistake. And I might say, it's like, no, I know I got it wrong, but don't, I know, just,
남자는 호주 사람이에요. 그리고 영어를 해요.
He speaks English. Yep, sure does. 15 days.
컵 14개,
컵
14.
14개, 14. I should include both because it's got both the Korean and the Chinese counting system on the same time. So if I know one, then I can get the other without failing the card. Anyway.
컵 14개,
컵 14개.
14.
14. Up. 14. 14. See, caught myself. I didn't. The Korean words numerals are more difficult for me than the Chinese ones. Anyway.
컵 14개,
컵 14개.
14.
14.
왜 손을 씻으세요?
왜 손을 씻으세요? And you might notice that one was a 10-day interval and not 14 days. That's because I recently changed my settings, and when you change it, the old intervals it doesn't automatically make the minimum interval for the cards you've already reviewed. It doesn't change those intervals. They stay the same until you fail them. Then it'll go into the formula and spit out a 14 days. So anyway, 10 days, it's fine. I'm not going to worry about it. I'm not going to fail it just to make it go 14 days out.
왜 손을 씻으세요? 왜 손을 씻으세요?
Same damn thing. But this is the cuter kid. See, slightly cuter, smaller. Anyway, same question. Talking to mom. I don't know why. Anyway, I guess they have two cards, so I added two cards. Make this one easy.
남자아이는 이를 닦아요.
남자아이는 이를 닦아요. 남자아이는 이를 닦아요. A lot of these words are easy. The more recent lesson I updated has more difficult grammar. That's kind of like I do this because the word because is a little saw. It doesn't. Well, the way they conjugate it, it's a pain. Has not stuck into my head yet at all. This is kind of an easier grammar they're doing.
남자아이는 이를 닦아요.
The boy is brushing his teeth.
남자아이
칫솔,
칫솔. Toothbrush?
칫솔.
칫솔.
일본은 중국 가까이에 있어요.
일본은 중국 가까이 있어요. Japan is close to China.
일본은 중국 가까이
베개
베개. 베개. 배 is stomach. 개 is 베개 is pillow.
베개
남자가 일을 해요.
남자가 일을 해요. Man's working.
남자가 일을 해요.
여자아이의 얼굴이 더러워요.
여자의 what?
여자아이의 얼굴이 더러워요.
여자의 얼굴이 더러워요. The girl's face is dirty.
여자아이의 얼굴이 더러워요.
Yeah, these are great, easy sentences. They get more complicated, unfortunately, but yeah, I'm like Rosetta Stone. Yes, so easy to understand. I love you.
저희 주방이에요.
And they have the pictures for me. I love the pictures. I hate having to get my own pictures on Google. It's sometimes you get lucky and something clicks. Other times, not so much. And it takes time and effort. Rosetta Stone's great.
저희 주방이에요.
저희 주방이에요. 저희 주방이에요. This is my kitchen.
저희 주방이에요.
I'm gonna end
손
it here.
3개
This video's too long, I'm sure. Anyway, thank you for watching. Any comments? I would love comments, tips, whatever. Yeah.